Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Happy April Fool's Day. We will not be tricking you in this room today and not doing any songs. We're going to do some songs, April Fool's Day or not. Really glad you've all decided to join. Welcome to what is getting closer and closer to the actual feeling of spring. Hope it is like that where you are too. Happy Thursday and happy 4 days away from our 365th day of singing together and 5 days away from our first birthday on April 6th, and lots more fun stuff coming. So stick around, as we love to sing with you every day and love to look at the faces of all the fabulous people in this community. So hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Hello to all the folks in here. Hi, Aloysius in Massachusetts. Hello, Whitby and Ida in also Massachusetts. Hi, sweetie. Hello to Sue in California and Annie in Victoria. Thank you for letting me know where you're coming from. Rick Pagliari and Mariana, nice to see you guys today, coming in from Vermont, one of our regular song leaders. Susan G, thank you so much for being here from Ohio. Arlene, hello from California. Dick Jackson from Victoria and the Getting Higher Choir. Carolyn in Idaho. Deborah in Kentucky. Sue in Sushan, hello, nice to see you. And I don't remember where you're from. Kate in Charlottesville, hello. Rosalie in Michigan. Hello to Jean in Pittsburgh. Thank you, Jean, also for the cue. I love it. Kathleen in Albuquerque, Renata in Wisconsin, Anne in Maryland, Bonnie in Idaho, Gary in Mass, Mabel also in Mass with a cinnamon bear. Hello, 2 cinnamon bears. Hello to Caroline in DC and Susan in Seattle. Hello to Trish in Victoria, Dan in Virginia, Becky in Vancouver, Sheila in Florida, Kevin in New Hampshire. Hello. Hello to Barb in Virginia, Jim in New York City. Hello to Annette in California. Kathy in Virginia, great to see you. Dion, hello, nice to see you. Storm in Mass, nice to see you. And Harriet, who is sideways in Chicago, nice to see you. And Tom in Victoria, and Fred in Maryland with the DC Labor Chorus. Hello to Steve in Baltimore, Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington. Hello to Bob and Deborah and Miriam and Busy and Jane and Leslie and Amos and Joni, who are all off video, and more folks still coming into the room. So glad you guys are all here today. Welcome to another beautiful day of singing together. For anybody who's new today, the lyrics are in the chat or will be in the chat. All of the links for learning more about the artist will be in the chat, and my email is in the chat if you want to be in touch and or get on our Daily Antidote email list where we send out the artist and the lyrics in advance. Please email me or pop your email in the chat to me. I am so delighted that we're all here today to sing with the fabulous Kevin Locke, who is from the Lakota Nation, who is a hoop dancer and a flute player and a musician, all extraordinaire, and who is also an activist and does an enormous amount of work in education and through his foundation, the Patricia Locke Foundation. We are excited to sing along on a song with Kevin today. And then at the end, I think we might have a second song honoring Earth Day as we enter into the month of Earth Day. Kevin, welcome to the room. We're glad to have you back. Hello, nice to see you.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and teach your song if you're ready.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Joel. I'd like to greet everybody, and we'll do this song. And we've actually done a lot of songs. It's probably the best way to, like children's songs, the best way to teach language is through music. I think that's what no matter where you are on the planet, everybody learns whatever language they call a mother tongue is largely through music. And so here's a little tune. It's a short tune, and I think you'll catch on. And I'm going to play the melody first on the flute. It's not really specifically a traditional song that's played on the flute, but I'll just give you the melody first. It's going to sound like this. It's very short, so I'll play it one time through. So it's a really short song, and so we can learn it. And I'll teach you the words, and we can do the signs also. And these are signs in Plains Indian Sign Language, which is the world's first standardized universal language that developed and spread out mostly around the prairies of North America, used by people speaking, I suppose, 50 or 60 different languages. So they had to all, travel and communicate. That's before European languages. So we'll try the first word, and everybody can try this. The word is this inside, and you can say that the word Íŋkpata. Try that, Íŋkpata. Íŋkpata is the top of the hill, the summit, Íŋkpata. This is in Lakota language. Here's the next word. It's just your index finger. And just bring it up a little bit. You can try that. And the word is nawážiŋ. Try that. Nawážiŋ. Nawážiŋ means I'm standing there. So I'm going to model that for you now. And then we can try it together. So it's going to look like this. Íŋkpata nawážiŋ. Try that. Íŋkpata nawážiŋ. One more time. Íŋkpata nawážiŋ. Very good. And the next word is no sign, but it's just na. It's a conjunction and na. But the next word we're going to do is like this. You start with your hands on the side, and it's like pantomime, and it's like this. You see what I'm doing? If you look at it. So you're grabbing something and pulling it around, and the word is shina. Try that. Shina. Shina is a blanket. Shina. And the next word, we're going to grab that shina. Grab it like this and go like this. See what I'm doing? And the word is chichose. Chichose. See? I wrote it it's on the chat. Chichose means I'm waving at you. See, I'm waving it at you. So in other words, that's the message. The message is going out by way of a signal, even a blanket. And the quotation goes like this. The next word is like, the next word is this one. Ma'ea. Try that. Ma'ea means like good grief or heavens to Betsy, something like that. Ma'ea. So I'm going to model that and we'll do it together. Okay. Na shi na chi jose maya. Try that, everybody. Na shi na chi jose ma. One more time. Na shi na chi jose maya. Very good. And there's 3 more words. So the next word, you can try to go like this. So you just take your, again, your index finger and just point like this. And the word is lechi. Try that. Lechi. Lechi means right here. Right here. Lechi is right here. Next word is like this. You start with your hand like this, and you just go like this. And the word is goo. Try that. Goo. It's not a natural sound for English speakers because it's an de-aspirated K sound. Many languages have that common, but not English. So it's not goo, it's not coo, it's goo. And the last word, try to wana. See what I'm doing? Wana. Wana means right now, right now. So let's try that last part. I'm going to do it for you now. We'll go. We repeat that last word. Go. Maya, Maya, lechi kuwana. Everybody try it. Maya, Maya, lechi kuwana. Last time, everybody. Maya, Maya, lechi kuwana. Does everybody get that so far? Okay, so now we're going to put it all together. Those 3 parts, the three parts. So we'll put it together and we'll sing it maybe a couple times. We'll sing it through a couple times, okay? So I want everybody to sing good. Sing good. If you can sing good. If you can't sing good, just sing loud. I can't hear you, but sing loud anyway, okay? Okay, I'm going to do these little kids were telling me, Mr. Locke, we can count in Lakota. So they got the number 1 right in Lakota for only say Wanji. So they start out Wanji, 2G, 3G. And I said, no, that's not right. So we'll start on the count of 3 of us. We'll start here. Okay, here we go. Wanji, Numpa, Yamani. Íŋkpata nawážiŋ nashina chijoze Maya, 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 lechikuwana. Louder now. Íŋkpata nawážiŋ nashina chijoze Maya, 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 lechikuwana. One more time, last time loud. Íŋkpata nawážiŋ nashina chijoze Maya, 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 lechikuwana. All right, that's very good. So if you got that, the Lakota is what's called SOV language. So it's a opposite from English, whatever English is, but it's a subject, object, verb order. I think Japanese is also, there's a lot of them like that, SOV. So in other words, what we're saying is, what am I doing? I'm standing. Nawážiŋ, I'm standing. Where am I standing? On that hilltop, on the hilltop. What do I have? A blanket. And what am I doing? Chijoze, I'm waving, I'm signaling you, I'm sending you a message, but it's basically I'm waving. And in my message that I'm giving, I'm saying, holy cow, holy cow. Come back. Gu is come back. Come back. Here, right now. Okay, that's all it is. It's kind of a cute little song, see, cute little song. So yeah, you guys, y'all did very good, and it's a short song, but it's learnable, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. That was so much fun. The emotions and the words and the song and knowing the meaning there was also really fun. I think you described it sort of as a song of friendship. Is that right? Like calling back.
Yeah, it's a friendship. So that person, the person is waving at their friend, whoever it is that they want to come to meet them. See, that's what they're saying. Come back over here right now. That's the message they're saying with that. Probably a prearranged signal. See, yeah.
That's great. It's also a really good song for isolation times, where we would all like to be able to say to our friends, come here right now, because we haven't seen many of them in 11, 12 months, I guess we are now. So maybe rapidly going on 13. Thank you, Kevin. That was totally beautiful. And congratulations to everyone for picking up on the motions and the words in whatever way you did. It was beautiful to behold. So Kevin, can we chat a little bit? I think I told folks we were going to talk about compassion and maybe a little bit about Earth Day and education, tradition. I know that you started a foundation in your mom's honor. Can we chat about that a little bit and how it ties in with those things?
Yeah. My mom was really at the forefront of a lot of different movements, starting from the 60s. And, that's when there was a lot of awakening going on, but she was really instrumental in establishing a lot of the tribal colleges, which is the main vehicle through which higher education services are provided throughout, often large, very rural reservation communities. And she did not just that, but she did a lot of other, she was very successful in creating consensus. And so she was instrumental in like the Indian Post-Secondary Education Act. These are all back in the 60s and 70s. And the Indian Child Welfare Act, for instance, in 1978, she had a little coalition, and they did the American Indian Freedom of Religion Act. So just think that's 1978. And it wasn't until then that indigenous people in the United States achieved freedom of religion. So that's pretty amazing. But just many, many, many things like this that she was involved in all of her adult life. And so then we wanted to create a nonprofit to not just to honor her legacy, but also to provide continuity for that. And that was her name was Kawachi Washtewin. Kawachi Washtewin means like a compassionate person, somebody who has a lot of goodwill and compassion. So this was, but then people can't say that if they speak English too much. So then we just used her English name of Patricia Locke Foundation. Yeah, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead, you were going to say she.
Well, that's another thing that she was really involved in was language revitalization. And she did a lot of work in helping tribes to establish language codes, to ensure the continuity and revitalization of languages. Because, at one time, I think there was like 700 different languages spoken in North America. I think it's the most linguistically diverse place on the planet. Nearly half of the world's language families are in North America originally. And, of course, a lot of them are in critical endangerment. But there's a big movement now to revitalize tribal languages. And we have a real successful movement in the Dakotas for the Dakota language. It's very good. Yeah.
So is it common when for the signs to also come with the words as you were doing, or is that just for the purposes of teaching us?
Yeah, just for I think it's really good because it's when you do the signs, it combines movement. So that's like kinesthetic learning. It just accelerates. So that's one of the revitalization strategies we have is to use sign language, because you can, if you associate the, like gu or wana or yayo or iotaka or inaji, something like, you start to add the sign with the audio, you combine, then it accelerates learning for the kids. Yeah.
That's great, because we're actually right smack in the middle right now of Deaf History Month, and we had a Deaf History Month celebration at the opening of the month, and we're going to be also having another one as the month closes next week. And so we have been doing a little bit of signing in here, and it is actually really amazing the way in which the two languages can work together. Yeah. And are you creating those signs yourself, or are they something that are being broadly used among the Lakota?
No, like I said, that's it's the world's first standardized universal language. So this was those signs were standardized, they were in place, long before Columbus, way back. And it's used to facilitate communication for hearing people. It's not for deaf people, it's for hearing people. But just to give an example, you're drinking your tea. Some people I notice have their coffee. See, like if you want to say coffee, just around the area, around my home area, we can say like in Crow language, they say Bili Ishpida. In Arikara, they say Tskatit. In Mandan, they say Warahu. In Hiradza, they say Mirishibisha. In Blackfoot, they say Nitapi Shikshikami. In Assiniboine, they say Huknagya. In like in Cree, they say Bigatewa Pui. It's coffee. If you want to say that in like in Ojibwe, they say Makade Mashkiki Wabu. Don't ask for decaf. And then in my language, my local language, we say Starbucks. Yeah. So.
All right, everybody who's got a cup, let's all give a toast to Kevin. That was beautiful. I think I'm going to go ahead and say tea in my own language, because that was a lot of complicated sounds, but beautiful and incredible that you know it in so many languages. That's really. But
you understand now? I just said that just so you understand why they created a universal language.
Yes, I mean it's pretty clear that the differences between those, where it wasn't as though you could easily pick up on a similarity and understand it like you might between French or Spanish or even English.
No, it's not. It's like people side by side, their languages are more different than English is from Chinese. In other words, no relationship to each other syntactically, vocabulary, grammar, nothing. See?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Is there a sign for thank you?
Yeah, I go like this. See what I did?
Yeah.
Just bring your hands down a little bit. Like that. Like that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that when we thank you in the end. Before we move on to more music, I don't know if you mentioned this, your mom was the recipient of a MacArthur Fellowship.
Yeah.
Is that right? As part
Yes.
of what she was doing, which is an incredible honor. And I think you in 2020 also received an incredible honor. I think you were the first ever recipient of a Peace Prize from an organization in Switzerland, a humanities and culture organization.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I'm guessing that you didn't get to go there to receive it in 2020.
No, I was there. That was
You were?
my last trip. Yeah, I was there. And just at that time when I was there, they started to shut down northern Italy, very close to Switzerland. And so then I didn't know if I'd get on that flight out of Zurich, but they did fly it. And so I was one of the last people to leave Europe.
Wow.
before that everything closed down. Yeah.
Wow, I can imagine it was probably great to come home. Although I can also imagine if you had gotten stuck in Switzerland for a year, you could have probably worked that out with a little bit of happiness, right?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing all of that. So Aaron has put into the chat links for Kevin's website and also for the foundation website. You can go there yourself and see what amazing work they're doing. It's just really incredible. And Kevin, I mentioned that you are a flute player, as well as a musician and a hoop dancer. And also that in honor of Earth Day or Earth Day month, that you have a different song you're going to take us out with that has something to do with Earth Day. Can you tell us about it? And I think we can't sing along with it because it's too complicated, but anybody can hum along with it if they can figure it out.
Yeah, I'll sing it. The first part is just vocables, vocables. And then the second part has the words. And it says, it's like a prayer. You could say it's a prayer song. It says, grandfather, behold me. It's me. It's me. I'm the one who has taken this difficult stance or position in life. I am the one who has pledged, I have pledged myself to defending or protecting or safeguarding grandmother Earth. See, in Lakota, we call Earth grandmother, not mother, because grandmother is more honorific. I dedicate myself to defend grandmother Earth and to treat her with care or tenderness, gentility, something like this. So this is it's a prayer, and one of the prayers, like I say, we have so many hundreds and hundreds of songs about the relationship with the creation. And so there's those words are at the end. Uchimaka na wechijinaya oahwala kuwawa uwero there you go. Of course, you can sing it through a few times, but I just sang it one start on that song. Yeah.
Kevin, thank you so much. That was absolutely, actually, can we all please use our new sign language to thank Kevin? Thank you so much. Right. That was incredibly beautiful. It was an honor to be able to share this space with you and to be in this room, getting a chance to sing along with you and just to listen. can you give us just a tiny little melody on the flute before we go? Anything that you feel like playing?
Yeah, I can do a traditional song on the flute, you know, if you want to hear something like that. They play traditionally they play Valentine songs. And so this one, it's a Mishkwaki song, and it says, "Niguena tawenaya penaya soyo akamahek ekiwene wayanaya neye Niguena tawena penaya soyo akamahek ekiwene wayanaya neye ay 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 Kanaya pena kiwaya pamoya neye kiwi wawaya sene mawena kiwi hawaye neye niguena tawena penaya soyo akama he ekiwe ne wayana. Yeah, those are the original kind of songs that are played on the flute. And I always tell people that this is not a Native American flute. The Native American flute was invented in around 1983, just a few years ago. And it was invented by a German American man. And he created, it's a shakuhachi tuning, but it just proliferates the internet, all the movies, everything. That's a Native American flute. It's brand new. But we've had flutes here before 1983, and this is the kind of songs they play on these their like Valentine songs. Yeah.
Kevin, thank you so much. That was tremendously beautiful. I am filled with the peace of your presence and of your music and your sounds and your motions. Indeed, thank you again to you. And I just want to shout out before we go that Rick Pagliari, who's joined us, who sings with us regularly, was mentioning in the chat that he remembers meeting your mom when the two of you first met.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, Rick came over to our place. He's he knows my whole gang, my whole tribe there. I know Rick. Yeah.
Great to see you, Rick and Mariana. Thank you. And Kevin, thank you again. It's beautiful to have spent some time with you today. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live and encourage all of you out there to join us again all for the rest of this week, including the 5th and the 6th, to see what surprises we have in store. Thank you so much for being here. Ciao for now.